our pastures have 9 different species of grass, 5 legumes and 5 herbs, basically giving the cows a choice. It's a salad rather than constantly eating mashed potato. And that diversity contains a lot more different nutrients and in general is healthier and actually more productive for the soil. When I first came here, 2/3 of the farm was in a arable rotation. Some of the fields here were getting to a critical state. Soil organic matters were down to sort of 2 and 3%. That arable land we put onto a longer rotation using the herbal lays for 4 to 5 years. We are now looking at soil organic matters of 9 and 10% plus. The pastures we're growing are designed to work with the soil biology. We're growing diverse pasture, which gives a diversity of root systems in the soil. These all link with different groups of bacteria and the fungi, and it's these microbes in the soil which are responsible for building the organic matter in the soil and storing away this carbon, which safeguards our soils for future food production, but is also putting carbon back where it belongs in the soil. The whole carbon cycle in these pastures, we have carbon going into the soil, carbon being emitted from the soil through respiration and the biology in the soil. What we're looking for is a net gain in the soil, and we are consistently seeing a net gain equivalent to 30 tonnes of carbon dioxide per hectare per year. Pastures are actually far more capable of sequestering carbon than woodland, and when pastures sequester carbon, they put it into the soils. When woodland sequesters carbon, it's put into the timber, and ultimately something will be done with that timber and it ends up being recycled, where when we're putting it into the soils, it's regenerating our soils. A lot of mainstream science ignores organic matter and is solely dependent on soluble nutrients. I think the biggest issue with science is funding. There's money made in annual cropping, driving for high yields, through fertiliser sales, feed sales, chemical sales, machinery sales, which is what's driven science, and it's that funding which is driving the direction of agriculture. And this whole system of regenerative agriculture, based around the diverse swards, based around the ruminant, is having to come from the grassroots up.